Good morning, this is Joe Mosen for SuccessProgress.com. Thanks for stopping by. It's our goal to provide relevant, meaningful content to our user community, and today we're going to profile The 4-Hour Body, an uncommon guide to rapid fat loss, incredible sex, and becoming superhuman, written by Tim Ferriss. When I picked this book up, I was very skeptical about the contents. There are quick fix diets and all kinds of garbage on the market that push do nothing and lose 100 pounds. Needless to say, this book is not one of them. I have great respect for Tim and how he thinks. He's probably the best at smart working. The initial thought about the book was this guy's probably lazy, but far from it. What Tim strives for in the book and his other excellent book, The 4-Hour Workweek, is to pack knowledge and action into a small amount of time for maximum results. Depending on your health goal, this book is a must-read. What makes it good is Tim himself is the human test dummy. He does not recommend anything he does not try. You gotta respect that, especially when you see what he tries. You need to read this book. Why is this important to me? I thought about this because when I heard about this book, I really didn't give it a second thought. I read The 4-Hour Workweek and then had to read this book because that one was so good. The book is important to you because Tim cuts through the crap and all the misconceptions out there and provides real-world results to fat loss, muscle gain, strength training, and nutrition. The best part is the interview with Nina Hartley. Since I need to keep this G-rated, I'll let you read it to see what I mean. Number 1, the 80-20 rule. Most of you don't know me, but I'm kind of a numbers geek. Pareto was an Italian mathematician, and this is his rule. Basically, it translates to 80% of the results come from 20% of the work. If you combine being efficient and effective, then the 80-20 rule has compound effects. The one weakness here is that you can become very efficient at ineffective work, thus you need to evaluate what is ineffective and stop doing it. There's nobody better than this than Tim Ferriss. Number 2, Parkinson's Law. This is outstanding because I've not heard it before reading Tim's books. Basically, it states that a task will swell in perceived difficulty as the time allotted lengthens. In a nutshell, you can get a term paper done in one night or all term. The difficulty of the project only seems more difficult by name, i.e. term paper. To use this law effectively, you need to focus on good and not perfection. Thus, you can get 95% effectiveness in, say, 1 month, as opposed to 100% effectiveness in 5 years. This is where this law has real value. The 4-Hour Body is packed with 600 pages of great material. Since I don't want to make a 10-hour video that nobody will watch, I'll profile 3 core concepts on fat loss in this book. Number 1, subtracting fat. I picked this one based on sheer popularity. With the growing obesity issue in this country, I figured let's start with the most popular. Contrary to popular belief, cutting out fat does not make you lose weight. Tim profiles his slow-carb diet, which does work. You can melt away fat by eating proteins and vegetables the way he outlines. In Tim Ferriss fashion, he takes it to the extreme and profiles other ways to ignite fat burning. The hormonal responses to carbs, protein, and fat are different. The real key here are 3 things. 1. 1,000 calories at 90% fat equals weight loss of 0.9 pounds per day. 1,000 calories at 90% protein equals weight loss at 0.6 pounds per day. And 1,000 calories at 90% carbohydrate equals weight gain of 0.24 pounds per day. Thus, different sources of calories equal different results. Note, he does not promote no carbs. This is a bad idea, as the Atkins diet of old shows. When people cut out carbs, they lose weight, but once they go back, they tend to put more on. Number 2, consistent tracking. This is really simple but very effective. People suck at creating new beneficial habits. That is why diet fads always become a bestseller, because most people will not stick with one thing. To get around this, people need to see measurable results fast. The only way to do this is to track it. Start tracking progress and cutting yourself some slack, and you'll see measurable gains that are long-lasting. Number 3, thermal load. I've never considered this concept, but putting the numbers to it makes good sense. If you run a marathon, you burn roughly 2,600 calories. A marathon is roughly 4 hours of running. Remember Michael Phelps? When training for the Olympics, he ate 12,000 calories per day. This means that he would have to work 16 hours or the equivalent of 4 marathons every day, which is not possible. How come he did not balloon up and gain a ton of weight? The concept here is thermal load. Running a marathon again gives you a burn rate of 2,600 calories, but working out in an 80-degree pool for the same 4 hours will burn an extra 4,000 calories. I guess we just kicked up pool membership dollars. I realize this summary does not scratch the surface on how good this book is, but for the sake of time, I need to keep it short. Some other great topics covered in the book, if you're interested, are 1. Gaining muscle mass and losing body fat. 2. Increasing strength by working out less. 3. 6-minute abs. 4. How to gain 34 pounds in 28 days without steroids. 5. Reversing permanent injuries. I hope you found this short video summary useful. The key to any new ideas work in your daily routine until it becomes habit, and those habits form in as little as 21 days. One thing you can take away from the book is having a minimalist approach. One thing that shines throughout the book is the minimal amount of exercise that's required for extraordinary results. This is counterintuitive and goes against the grain. This does not mean that exercises are easy. That is the difference. Most strength and size work requires negatives and failure training. I've used several of these methods in the past, and I can tell you they do work. Depending on your goals, you can pick what to work on. If you enjoyed this video, then please do not hesitate to pass it along, and if you want more detail, then click on the link below and purchase Tim's book, The 4-Hour Body. Thanks for watching and have a great day.